This is exactly how I've taken a new store from 0 to 1K a day in 3 days. Let's go.
I work hard every motherfucking
Just to give you guys some proof really quick, this is the entire month so far. It's a brand new store, like, there's no sales here. The first day I did 150, the second day I did 600, the third day I did 1100. Yesterday I did 1.5K, and right now I'm at like 880, as you guys can see. And so I'm definitely gonna hit probably 2K today, but we'll see. So I'm building this store for a series, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly step by step how to find a product, how to create product descriptions, how to make ads, how to test, how to scale, and every single part of the process. Of course, I'm not gonna put the entire thing out until I finish, and so I'll keep you guys updated. But anyways, guys, I'm the king, and in this video, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I'm taking a new store from 0 to 1K a day in 3 days, and exactly how you can do it too. But before I get into that, as you guys know, I give away one free call every single video. And so the winner of this video, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, is Sharif M. So Sharif, all you have to do is go to the first link in the description. That's gonna be my Instagram. Send me a message and we can Skype. I'll look over your store. We can go from there. So for those of you that want to win a consulting call next video, first, all you have to do is subscribe. I will be checking that out. And 2, comment Royal Revolution down below. I post every Monday and Thursday, so just watch out for next video and you might be the winner. So last thing before we get into the good stuff is I'm doing a huge giveaway this month. So anyone who gets a consulting call this month of December, I'm going to put into a huge giveaway and pick one person to fly you out to me in January, all expenses paid, and I'm going to look over your store. I'm going to help you with anything and everything. It's going to be an in-person mentorship for free. All you have to do to win is schedule a paid consulting call with me this month, which is going to be the first comment down below. So check that out and let the games begin. And without further ado, let's jump into my computer and I'll show you exactly how I make this happen. And just so you guys know, the reason I'm talking so fast is because I just recorded this, and I recorded like 60 minutes worth of stuff and my mic wasn't on, so I'm trying to pump it out. And so this right here is my exact Facebook ad strategy, okay? And so just before we get into it, ES is engaged shoppers and WW is worldwide. Every time that I test a product, I always start with 10 ad sets. And each one I start with 1 interest, and the typical range of the audience size is typically between 5 and 20 million, but anywhere between 1 and 50 million is perfect. So I always start with 10 ad sets and 10 interests, and each one, as you can see, I narrow down by engaged shoppers every single time. I do worldwide targeting, excluding a few countries, of course, and then Facebook and Instagram feeds only, and 7-day click, 1-day view. The reason I do worldwide targeting is because you want to give Facebook a broad audience to start with and then narrow down in the future, right? If you just start with like US or UK or something like that, it's going to be much more expensive and it's going to be a lot harder in the beginning. So I always start broad and then narrow down later. And I do Facebook and Instagram feeds only because those are the highest converting placements, and so enough said. And then 7-day or click or 1-day view, it's kind of controversial. A lot of people do 1-day click, but I've tested it myself, and 7-day click, 1-day view is much more profitable for me. If you have the budget, test both, but if you don't know where to start, just do 7-day click or 1-day view. But that is exactly how I always start to testing my products, and that's exactly how I've done it on this new store. So there's actually going to be a link to this blueprint down below that you guys can use and download so that you don't have to watch this video every single time you want to know this information. And hey, whoa, this part is really important, okay? So I typically do cold interest targeting for about a week or so, and then I try to get into lookalike audiences as quick as possible because lookalikes are great for really getting in front of your potential buyers. And so you want to start as quickly as possible. So I suggest you guys wait at least a week, and I want you to start with 50% video views. If you're not using a video, which I highly recommend, start with view content, but you want to start with the thing that you're going to have the most data for. I always start 50% video view lookalikes after about a week and then go from there. And so a lot of people ask me like, hey, when do you start retargeting? And myself, I typically start after about 3 or 4 days, but a good metric to start with is 50 sales. When you guys hit about 50 sales or even 100 sales, definitely start retargeting. Because a lot of the traffic that you're pushing, you could retarget to and just increase the amount of sales you get that could make you profitable while you're testing. And of course, I've got a basic and advanced retargeting video, which that's going to be one of the links in the description, so check that out. But this is just a recap of the basic retargeting. So I did 4 ad sets, and in the first one I did view content, and I do $3 a day just because the audience sizes aren't going to be that big to begin with. And I do all placements because you want to show up everywhere all the time. And then I do 7-day click or 1-day view. Of course, every action that I'm retargeting, I exclude the next thing up. So in view content, I'm excluding add to cart. And add to cart here, I'm excluding initiate checkout. and then initiate checkout, I'm excluding the purchase, right? And so you just want it to be that segment of people. So only people that added to cart, only people that initiate checkout, and etc. So as you can see, I start with view content in one ad set, add to cart in another ad set, initiate checkout in the third ad set, and then video views in the fourth ad set, okay? So like I said, I have a basic and advanced retargeting video on this. It's gonna be in the link in the description. And I always start retargeting after about 50 sales. And this is where the real money is made, okay? Next to retargeting, lookalike audiences are your best way to go, okay? Like I said, I start doing lookalikes after about 3 or 4 days, but I suggest you guys start after about a week, and then start with the first thing that you have the most data for. If it's a video, it's gonna be 50% video views. And if you're using a picture, it's gonna be view content. A lot of people ask me like what country you should start retargeting in, and there's no right or wrong answer here, but what you should do is go to your campaign and break it down by the countries. And then you wanna see which countries have the most purchases for you. You know, if you have one country that's way outperforming the others by tons of sales, then start doing lookalikes in that country. But for most of you and for myself, I typically have 2 or 3 countries that are outperforming the rest. So then I would just start doing the lookalike audiences with those 3 or 4 countries, however. So there is no right or wrong on that. Just see where most of your purchases are coming from and then go from there. And when I do lookalikes, I personally do like all 10% in one day. So I go from 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3, all the way up to 10. And I just drop that all in one day. And then for the next few days, I'll micro test those ad sets and scale them and etc. But I just like to do them all 10 at once. You know, depending on your budget, you could start doing 2 or 3 ad sets a day with lookalikes and then just do 2 or 3 more the next day and just go from there. But if you have the budget and you want to scale as quickly as possible, just do all 10% like all at once. By the way, if this is sounding like crazy confusing to you right now, don't even worry about it, because the more you hear it, the more you listen to it, the more you're going to understand it, and then it's just all going to make sense. So like I said, I always start with 50% video views because that's, you know, what I'm going to have the most data for. But if you're using a picture, then always start with view content. But anyways, so here's a few lookalike variations that I have here. This isn't all of the possibilities, but when you come to lookalikes, you basically want to do anything and everything. Of course, you want to do one at a time, but in the end, you got to be a mad scientist and, you know, do some crazy stuff. But anyways, so right here, you know, we've got page view, add to cart, initiate checkout, you know, ad engagers, visitors by time spent. You know, one that most people don't talk about is visitors by time spent. But this is one of my favorites. It's really good. And so what it does is it puts people in a custom audience of the people who have spent the most time on your website. And so those people are like really interested in your website. They're not just gonna bounce real quick. And so whenever you build a lookalike off of those people, then those are typically really engaged audiences and really, really engaged buyers. So that's a really good one right there. And you know, another option that most people don't talk about is ad engagers and page engagers. Like you can create a custom audience of people who have engaged with your ad or engaged with your page. So like liked your page or liked your ad or something like that. And so that's perfect. Oftentimes they may not be buyers, but they may be people that will like, comment, and share, which will lower your CPMs and get more organic reach. So like I said, you gotta be a mad scientist when it comes to this, but that's what the game's about. And whoa, I show you guys one winning product every single video. And this one is a car seat warmer. So, you know, not everyone has bougie leather seats that can, you know, flip a switch and you got these warm seats, right? And so the next 3 or 4 months are going to be really cold. I mean, shit, it's already really cold in most places. And so this is a perfect product for this time of year. And this product almost has 5,000 orders, which is perfect. You know, my favorite range is 5 to 20,000 orders because that show it's proven to sell, but there's so much more scaling potential there. And so this is perfect. It's barely got less than 5,000 orders, but some of you guys should go out there and use the blueprint that I've shared in this video and use this product and test. You know, it could be a banger for you and change your life. But anyways, just to recap, so I always start with 10 ad sets, 1 interest each, always engage shoppers, worldwide targeting, Facebook and Instagram feeds only, 7-day click, 1-day view. Like I said, my favorite audience size is between 5 and 20 million, but I always shoot for somewhere between 1 and 50 million. Like I said here, I do cold interest audiences for about a week, and then once I start doing lookalikes, I just go hard in the lookalikes. And so like I said, I always start doing retargeting after about 50 sales or after I always start after about 50 sales. So whenever you guys get 50 sales, definitely start retargeting. And lookalike audiences, like said, it's going to be your best place to make a lot of money, next to retargeting, of course. And so you want to start jumping into lookalike audiences as soon as possible. But anyways, guys, that is all for this video. Like I said, I post every Monday and Thursday, so be on the lookout for the next video and you might be the winner for the free consulting call. Like said, if you order a paid one this month, then you might be the winner for the free vacation. And if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you guys for watching. And since you've made it this far, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of motivation for you. So I pulled up something on my phone, but I'm going to put a picture of it up on the screen. But it's crazy because like Jeff Bezos, he was flipping burgers at McDonald's when he was 23. You know, so it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 50 years old or 16 years old watching this. That should give you motivation that, wow, like one of the richest men in the world. I think he is actually the #1 richest man in the world. Anyways, he was flipping burgers at 23 years old. Like, let's be real, that's some gang shit. That is amazing. So moral of the story, that should tell you that anything is possible. You know, it's not the smartest or the strongest that survive, but the ones that are most willing to adapt. So if you can persevere through any obstacle and learn and keep going no matter what, you're going to achieve everything you've ever wanted. So anyways, guys, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and leave a sub. The king is out.